YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're gonna talk about the Unchained. It's not really certain that we'll get the new supports by next month, though. And I think the only confirmation that we got for new contents by next month is the Hot Red Dragon Archwing archetype, so it will have its new supports. But yeah, I'm more interested in the Unchained archetype and its new support. So we're gonna tackle first the showcase for the Unchained, and then we'll tackle the Hot Red Dragon Archwing archetype on another video. So without further ado, let's go to the core cards. Okay, dokes, so here we are with the core cards. Now, there are some instances that you'll also need these two cards here. We'll talk about that later. Extra deck, I think this is the only Unchained cards that we have recently or currently for the game. So let's remove that one. I guess that's only 4. First and foremost, let's start. Our first monster is our level 8 Unchained or Abominable Unchained Soul. So this monster is a level 8 free body on the field. If you have this on hand and your card that you control is popped, you can spell summon this card to the field, discard one card, and then pop another card on the field. It's really nice as long as you pop cards on the field. Your Unchained cards will trigger its effect. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, during the end phase, you can spell summon it back to the field. But you can only spell summon Abominable Unchained Soul once per turn. So that's only one restriction there for the card. So typical copies for this card, usually from 1 to 2. But I think after the new supports was added, you can just run with 1 copy. Then we have the new supports. So the new supports is our first card, Unchained Soul of Sharvara. A quick effect monster that you'll really need on 3 copies in your deck. Target a fiend monster in the field or 1 face-down card you control and destroy that card and then spell summon this card to the field. So if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can directly set an Unchained spell and trap card from your deck to the field. Now there are only like 3 Unchained by name for spell cards and traps. The Abomination's Prison is not an Unchained card. There are only 3 spell and trap cards that are Unchained by name. So the Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, the Escape of the Unchained, and we have the Wailing of the Unchained Souls. So those are the only searchable cards that you can search out with a copy of Sharvara. Then we have our next card is Shayama. So Shayama, it's typically like the Raikea's effect wherein target 1 card you control. The best part about this is after you destroy the monster or the card, you can pop 1 spell and trap card on the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 fiend monster or 1 face-down card you control, destroy it, and then spell summon the Shayama to the field. So 3 copies for the Sharvara and then 1 copy of the Shayama. Then we have, next up are the twins. So the typical rundown with the twins, if they get destroyed, you can spell summon an Unchained monster from your deck to the field. So any of these monsters you can summon as well, including the dog. Arua needs to be on 3 copies because if this card is in your hand, you can target 1 card you control, you can destroy the card, and this card will be special summoned to the field. The only downside for this is you are going to be restricted into fiend monsters only. So the next card we have is Raikea. So Raikea on the field, you can quick effect target 1 card in the field, destroy it. That's basically it. And then the last twin we have is Unchained Twins Sarama. So Sarama on the field, you can target 1 Unchained card in your graveyard, set it to your field, and then destroy 1 card you control. So that is basically all your monsters there. There's only 1 lacking here, which is the Unchained Soul Disaster. 0 to 1 copy of this. I've seen some other builds where people are running 1 copy of this in their deck. And even beforehand, people are still running with 1 copy of this. The effect of using your opponent's monster as a link material is kind of nice. Maybe I'll just run with 1 copy of this once the supports are going to be coming in for Master Duel. With regards to the number of copies for the twins, Aruha needs to be on 3 copies. The Raikea on 1 copy to 2. The Sarama, possibly 1 to 2 copies as well. Before, you were running 3 copies of each of the twins just to occupy the slots for the Unchained archetype. But with the new supports, I think 1 and 1 are kind of good for the Sarama and Raikea, and then 3 copies for the Aruha. So that is your monsters for your main deck, guys. Your spell and trap cards, 3 copies of Abomination's Prison. So it is your only searcher for the Unchained card. If this card is set on the field and then popped, you can spell summon an Unchained monster from your deck to the field. So it's really nice also. And I think your trap cards has the same effect. If they are set and then popped, they can spell summon an Unchained monster from your deck. And then for our trap cards, we have Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. So spell summon 1 Unchained monster from your hand or graveyard. Good targets for this is a copy of your Unchained Soul. So it's a typical monster reborn for the Unchained. And then we have Escape of the Unchained. Typically target 1 Unchained monster you control and 1 card on the field, and then destroy those 2 cards. With regards to the number of copies, I would say just go with 2 copies of the Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, and then 3 copies of the Escape of the Unchained. Extra decks, there are only 4 Unchained monsters. First and foremost, our boss monster here is Unchained Abomination. So if a card on the field is destroyed by card effect, except by an Unchained Abomination, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. And during the end phase, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So I really like this artwork, by the way. With regards to the number of copies, just run with 1 copy. That is basically enough. Then we have the Unchained Soul of Anguish. You can target your opponent's monster as a fodder for a Link summon. If this card is on the field and is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target 1 fiend monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So I think it has a similar effect as the Unchained Soul of Rage, which of course we'll talk about it. So for your end board, you can get 1 copy of this card on the field. This is because this has a quick effect wherein you can target 1 card or 1 face-up spell summon monster your opponent controls, and then you link that one off into a Dark Link monster. So that's pretty good as well. And lastly, our new support card for the Unchained archetype, we have Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. So if this card is spell summon, you can add 1 Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So your typical target for this is the Sharvara or a copy of Aruha, or even a copy of Abominable Unchained Soul. Card you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect. While this card is in your graveyard, you can match this card, spell summon 1 fiend monster from your hand or graveyard, then you can destroy 1 card you control. Additional good effect as well. Really like it. But yeah, those are your core cards for the deck. Oh yeah, the last card as well, we have the Wailing of the Unchained Souls. So if you link summon an Unchained Link monster, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Oh, I think I haven't given out the number of copies for the Anguish, the Yama, and the Rage. So with regards to the Anguish, before you run 2 copies of this, but now just run with 1 copy. I think that's basically enough. Lord Yama, I would recommend just going for 2 copies in case your first Yama would be, removed. So another copy would be somewhat better. Having 2 copies is a solid game plan there. And then lastly, we have the Soul of Rage. 2 to 3 copies for this because there are some good Dark Link monsters that you can go into, but it's up to you guys. But anyways, that is our core deck list. Let's go towards our deck list for Master Duel. Okay guys, so a brief glance with the core deck list that we can use for Master Duel. This is a deck list that I got from 1YCS. I just tweaked the deck a bit. Starting off, 1 Nibiru, and then like I said earlier, the 1 copy of Abominable Unchained Soul, 3 copies of Sharvara, 1 copy of Shayama, 3 copies of the Aruha, 1 copy of the Reikea, 1 copy of the Sarama. The Fiendish Rhino Warrior is kind of nice as well. Drops your Fiend Monster from your deck to the graveyard if this card is sent there. Typical targets for that is one Shayama. The 3 copies of the Tour Guide from the Underworld allows you to spell summon a level 3 Fiend Monster from your hand or deck. Take note, Tour Guide in Master Duel is UR, so that's a problem there. Ash Blossom Maxi, 1 copy of Vice King Requiem. The DD engine here for the deck are SR, so it's pretty nice. Just craft 1 copy of this and then 3 copies of your Dark Contract. So Dark Contract allows you to search out a copy of your Vice King. Vice King will be used, and then pop the copy of Dark Contract, and then spell summon to the field as an additional body that you can go into later for your Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, or you can go into a copy of Divisor King, 3 copies of your Abomination's Prison, 1 Prosperity, and then 2 Colby Graves, 1 Crossout, 3 copies of Dark Contract, 2 copies of the Chamber, 3 copies of Escape of the Unchained, and then 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. For your extra deck, we are running with Divine Arsenal AA Zeus, 2 copies of DDD Wave High King Caesar. So this is the level 6 XZ monster that I was talking about, and it is pretty nice though. The effect is, when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated that includes the effect that spell summons a monster, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate activation. So that's pretty nice for an effect. Also, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Dark Contract from your deck to your hand. So that's really good. And then you have the Divisor King that absorbs monster cards. And then for Link monsters, 1 Chain Abomination, Axis Code Talker, really good dark monster as well. 1 copy of Unchained Soul of Anguish, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, 2 copies of Soul Lord of Yama, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 copy of Dark the Dark Charmer. I think, yes, Phoenix is Fiend, so take note of that one. The Dark Charmer, 2 copies of Unchained Soul of Rage, and then 1 copy of Buckcracker from the Underworld. So pretty nice. I like this card as well. Yeah, that's basically it for the deck list that you can use for Master Duel. Let's test this one out in AI. So without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, so here we are with the gameplay showcase, and we got 1 copy of, well, 2 copies of Escape, 1 cross out with a copy of Sharvara, and a copy of Contract. That's okay, I would say. First and foremost, we can go with a Contract first. Let's get a hold of our DDD to the field. So this one here, go for a copy of Vice King. Vice King to the Pendulum Zone. Use the effect of Vice King. Pop the Contract. Spell summon it to the field. Now we need to exit summon first to our Divisor King. So once it is summoned to the field, there we go, and we have a material. So that's practically what we'll need. And we have one face summon card for our Sharvara's effect. Pop the card. There we go. Level 6 body to the field. Use the effect of Escape. I think I'll go with a copy of the Shayama to the field. Let's check one here. I'm thinking for a combo here. But yeah, let's try to make a board. Go for Yama, getting an additional body. Yama, add 1 Unchained card from our deck to our hand. And then Sharvara will get us a trap card. So Chamber will be in the field. And then add 1 card. I think, yes, we can go with a copy of Aruha since we haven't seen Aruha. So with that, use the effect of Aruha, pop the back row, spell summon the Aruha to the field, use the effect of the Chamber, spell summon another body to the field. I think this would be a really good body on the field. Yes, I think you need to set up a board. This one here, that's it. And then use the effect of Sarama. Special summon our Aruha. Face down. Pop the Aruha. Use the effect of Yama. Spell summon a body. And use the effect of Aruha to spell summon from our deck. So we go for this one here. And then spell summon the body. We can go with a copy of this one here. Because we can just spell summon the Shayama. No, we don't want to destroy a card. And then we'll use the effect of Shayama. Pop the card here. And there we go. Level 6 body to the field. Use the effect of Sarama, I think. No, we don't want to use the effect of Sarama. Because, yeah, there's quite a lot of monsters here. And then we exit summon the 2 level 6. And to our field. So this is the Spell Trap and Monster Negate. For if ever they're gonna spell summon. So I think that's basically it, right? I mean, not half bad for a average starting hand, right? So let's try another hand, and then let's try to win the game with that. Okay, so here we are with our last game, and we'll try to play this deck or this game out. So we got 1 Contract, 1 Unchained Soul, 1 Reikea, 1 Aruha, 1 copy of Escape. So let's go first for our Contract here. Add a card, our Vice King. Vice King activated. Use the effect of Vice King. Pop the card. Special summon. Blah, blah, blah. You go for the Vice or King. To the field. And then we can set a copy of Escape. Use the effect of Aruha. Pop the Escape. Take note, we haven't normal summoned. So that's alright. I can just use the effect of Escape here. And then we can summon a copy of Sharvara to the field. Sharvara to the field, we link them off into Yama. Use the effect of Yama, add 1 card, and then use the effect of Sharvara, add 1 trap card. I can go with a copy of this one here. Escape would be a better choice, but yeah, for the sake of this combo, let's try this one out. Yes, I'll get a copy of that one. Oh, we already have a body in the graveyard. Damn, I forgot. Okay, never mind. That was a misplay on my part. Hold on. Yeah, we need to pop the back row. Spell summon that. Use the effect of Chamber. Spell summon this one here. That's it. Now we need to link off first or set up a board. That one there. Did we use the effect of? No, we haven't used the effect of Aruha. Use the effect of spell summon the Aruha face down. Pop it. So we go for Yama first, spell summon a body to the field, and then we go for a copy of Aruha, spell summon a body to the field. We don't want to use the Unchained Soul, we'll just use that one during our opponent's turn. So, spell summon first our copy of for this one here. Yeah. And then spell summon this one from our graveyard, this one here. So that's pretty good. We don't need to pop a card, I think. Yeah, we don't need to pop a card. And then we go for a copy of this one here. But yeah, let's try to end our turn there and let's play this one out. Yes, sir. Back row. Right. Right. Lava Golem. Holy crap. This is a burn deck. Then burn. Wow. Yeah, I think that's okay, right? I want to be fancy. Let's go summon this one. There we go. I don't really care if I die. Wave, get a copy of Contract, and Sharama will get a copy of a card. Put this one here. And get a Contract. So, yes sir. And then use the effect. Pop the back row. This game is over anyway. So 3 effects. Use the effect of Unchained Abomination. Pop a card. Use the effect of Abominable Unchained. And then use the effect of Escape. So bodies on the field. Bodies, 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 bodies. Summon the card. Oh, I'm gonna die for that one. Well, summon. Use the effect. Will I die? No, I haven't died. I won't die. And dump a copy of that, pop the back row, and there we go. 3k, 3k, we have game. So that's basically it. Really fun deck. And then that. And then that. Okay, and then lastly, our Unchained Abomination. Okay, so that's Unchained for you guys. What are your thoughts on the deck? We'll showcase the Hot Red Dragon archetype with the new supports next day. But anyways, that's it for today. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.